The US dollar is wobbling, and markets around the world are holding their breath. Why? Because President Trump's tariff deadline is here, and the financial world is bracing for what comes next. On Monday, the dollar hovered near multi-year lows against major currencies, as traders waited for any headline that could drop before Trump's self-declared Liberation Day tariffs take effect this Wednesday. Now, here's the situation. A 90-day pause on steep reciprocal tariffs is about to end, and Trump confirmed just yesterday the higher rates will kick in on August 1st. He also said that several new trade deals are almost finalized, but at the same time, he's preparing to name about a dozen countries that will be hit with those new higher tariffs. And there's more. Trump is now threatening an extra 10% tariff on any nation siding with the BRICS bloc, calling their policies anti-American. So far, only 3 countries, Britain, China, and Vietnam, have managed to reach any kind of agreement with Washington. All of this uncertainty is already rattling currencies. Risk-sensitive ones, like the Australian and New Zealand dollars, are sliding, especially with major central bank decisions on the horizon in both countries. According to James Kniveton at Canberra, market volatility seems inevitable once the tariff pause officially ends. But he also points out that this time, the impact might not be as wild. Unlike past surprise announcements, these tariffs were expected, and markets might be bracing for yet another delay. In fact, options data shows traders are pricing in relatively low volatility. That means they think there's a chance Trump could kick the deadline down the road again. Now, let's look at what the dollar's actually doing. The greenback held steady at 0.7959 against the Swiss franc, close to its lowest level since early 2015. Meanwhile, the euro dropped slightly to 1.1750, and the dollar bounced back against the yen, landing at 145.15. Even so, progress with major economies like Japan and the EU has been slow, and that's making investors nervous. If Tokyo or Brussels can't strike a deal before the deadline, things could get messy. The dollar index, which tracks the US dollar against 6 other major currencies, crept up to 97.223, but that's still just above last week's low point, which marked its weakest level in more than 3 years. Why is the dollar struggling? Well, a big reason is that investors are rethinking the idea of the dollar as a safe haven. With global economic uncertainty rising and the US caught up in major trade conflicts, many are no longer confident that the dollar will hold strong if a slowdown hits. As the tariff clock ticks down, markets are tense. Currency shifts, central bank responses, and Trump's next move all hang in the balance. And with August 1st right around the corner, we're about to find out just how much weight those new tariffs will carry.